Welcome all to today's webcast, Navigating the ASBMR 2020 Volunteer Leadership Application Selection Process. Volunteers are the lifeblood of ASBMR and play a vital role in developing and leading the Society's mission in advancing a global research agenda in bone, mineral, and musculoskeletal science. In today's webcast, we'll take a look at a few different aspects of volunteering within ASBMR, with a focus on the Council and Committee application and nominations process. We'll touch upon the importance of disclosure of possible conflicts of interest, and also review the selection process timeline for the officer, council, and committee application and nominations process. We get started with looking at the importance of volunteering within ASBMR. ASBMR is only successful in moving its mission of advancing bone, mineral, and musculoskeletal research forward through the work of our volunteers. Each year, we utilize over 500 volunteers in various capacities to achieve our mission. Volunteering with the Society also provides many different benefits, such as the ability to build global connections in community, as well as providing you with a network of potential scientific collaborators. And our volunteers are essential to the work of the Society in identifying and implementing initiatives and programs to address challenges that are being faced by many in the bone field. So you want to volunteer? What's next? There are a number of ways to volunteer within ASBMR. Throughout the year, we send out announcements and calls for volunteers that are needed for our various programs and society initiatives. We utilize volunteers in a wide variety of activities, everything from leadership positions on councilor committees, to abstract reviewers for our annual meeting, to reviewers for our various professional development award review committees, plus many more. We invite you to visit our website and look in eNews Weekly for more information on these various opportunities. In 2020, the nominating committee will be looking for volunteers to fill open vacancies on our 8 standing committees. In addition, the nominating committee will also identify volunteers who will stand for election by ASBMR members for the positions of president-elect and 3 councilors. The road to a volunteer leadership position within ASBMR is paved with persistence. Each year, there are a limited number of open vacancies on committees, and selected candidates have typically applied to serve in these roles more than once, while concurrently volunteering to serve in other capacities. You may wonder how the application and selection process for officers, councilors, and committees actually works. In the last few years, both of these processes have been revamped to make them more qualitative and transparent to our membership. One of the key tasks of the nominating committee is the selection of the officer candidates who will stand for election by the general membership. This is an extremely important charge for the nominating committee, as whomever is elected by the membership is responsible for leading the Society through the current issues it faces, as well as charting its strategic path forward. Serving as an ASBMR officer is a tremendous honor and privilege, as well as a great responsibility to carry the Society forward. The selection process for these candidates was revised in 2017 to be more rigorous in order to ensure that the best 2 or 3 candidates are put forward to the membership for election. Candidates are first identified by the nominating committee and invited to participate in an interview process. Candidates then proceed through this interview process and are also vetted by the Ethics Advisory Committee and approved by ASBMR Council to stand for election by the ASBMR membership in the summer. Newly elected officers take office at the conclusion of the annual meeting. In 2018, the nominating committee also instituted a more qualitative application process for council and committees. Both council and committee candidates are asked to answer 3 questions on their application, in addition to providing a CV bio sketch and details about prior ASBMR or other organizational volunteer experience. Council candidates are evaluated by the nominating committee, vetted by the Ethics Advisory Committee, and approved by ASBMR Council to stand for election and are elected by ASBMR members in the summer. In addition to submitting their application, committee candidates are also strongly encouraged to reach out to current committee chairs to learn more about the committees they are interested in applying for and what the issues are that the committees are currently working to address. The nominating committee then evaluates all the applications received based upon the quality of answers provided in the application, alignment of candidates' proposed ideas and prior volunteer experience, the balance of demographic diversity of the committees, and recommendations by committee chairs who provide input on the candidates who apply to their committee. Finally, all selected candidates are put forward on a slate of nominees that is voted upon by ASBMR Council at the summer council meeting. Additional information about all these selection processes can be found on ASBMR's website. All ASBMR volunteers are asked to disclose possible conflicts of interest. As the scientific research leader in all matters pertaining to bone, mineral, and musculoskeletal research, the Society's volunteer leadership must be protected from perceived or actual conflicts of interest and safeguard the reputation and standing of the Society to continue to be a leading voice. Last fall, the ASBMR Council approved changes to ASBMR's ethics policy and conflict of interest form to reflect the updated investment and compensation provision standards that have been adopted by the U.S. National Institutes of Health. All applicants must complete the conflict of interest form. More information about the new policy can be found on ASBMR's website in our Policies and Procedures section. The 2020 officer and councilor nomination and selection processes are currently ongoing and will be continued throughout the spring of 2020. This summer, both officers and councilors will stand for election by the ASBMR membership. All elected candidates will take office at the conclusion of the 2020 annual meeting. Additionally, the committee application and nominations process is currently ongoing as well. All committee applicants will be notified in summer 2020 of their application status, and newly appointed committee members will begin their 3-year term of service at the conclusion of the 2020 annual meeting. As stipulated by ASBMR's bylaws, each year the nominating committee is chaired by ASBMR's past president, 2 council members, and 3 individuals outside of council. This year, the nominating committee charged with identifying and selecting candidates are ASBMR past president Bart Clark, ASBMR councilors Marja Hurley and Kate Ward, ASBMR Diversity Committee co-chair Nicole Wright, ASBMR ambassador Yumi Ree, and former ASBMR Publications Committee Chair Michael Manstadt. We invite you to send any questions that you may have regarding the nomination selection process to us at asbmr@asbmr.org. All this information can also be viewed on our website at www.asbmr.org/volunteer-leadership-nominations. Thank you.